Hi BAEs, it's Malia. I just wanted to hop on here and talk to you guys a little bit about my 2 cents on discovering your identity in Christ. So just so you guys can get to know me a little bit better, I love personality tests. Anything from like the 16 personalities test or the Enneagram test to something like which High School Musical, the musical, this series character are you? I love the whole experience of taking a personality test, you know, like reading the question and then answering if I'm most likely or least likely to do this, and then reading up on my results. I just think it's so fun. I get so caught up in the excitement of reading what psychologists and BuzzFeed has to say about me that I tend to lose sight of what God has to say about me. My biggest and pretty much only tip that I have to share when discovering your identity in Christ is to read the Word. It's God's love letter to us, and in there we find so many revelations about how He views us, His children, and something I feel like we always tend to forget too is that the gifts that we are, which is being God's children. So I'm going to share a couple of verses that empower me. One of them is from 1 Peter chapter 2, and it's verse 9, and it says, "You can show others the goodness of God, for He called you out of the darkness into His wonderful light." The way I perceive this verse is that we are living, breathing, talking, walking examples of the goodness of God, so we should live life spreading the goodness of God and sharing the goodness of God with others and potentially planting a seed. The last verse I'm going to share with you guys is actually my life verse, which is 1 Peter chapter 1 verse 2. "God the Father knew you and chose you long ago, and His Spirit has made you holy." And there's more to the verse, but that's the part that really resonated with me and really convicted me and stripped me and made me realize that I live my life seeking other people's approval and praise and affirmation, and really when I don't receive when people don't tell me what I want to hear, or I don't get any encouragement or whatever, I get really sad. I get into these slumps and I'm like, nobody cares about me, nobody loves me, blah blah blah. But then I realize that I already have God's approval. I have the one's approval and love and care, and it's crazy that I feel the need to go the extra mile and seek other people's approval when I already have God's approval. And that's the thing, He chose me in the beginning, He chooses me in the now, and He will continue to choose me in the end. So I hope what you take away from this is that when you're struggling, trying to find your identity in Christ, turn to the Word and get to know God's heart. You will find all of the affirmation and encouragement and wisdom that you need. With that being said, I hope you guys are staying safe and you're staying healthy. I am praying for you and praying with you. Love you. Bye.